If you often keep the top off your Wrangler and want some peace of mind knowing that your cargo area is secure, this Deviate Off-Road Rear Storage Security Cover will be a great addition to your 2018 or newer JL Wrangler, excluding the 4xe models. Now this will be great for the overlander or even just the everyday driver who needs some extra security with a completely enclosed cargo area for your valuables that you're taking with you. Now, I would like to mention right up front that this will not be compatible with soft tops, but will be compatible with the OEM hardtop with minor modifications. Now this will feature a full coverage deck lid enclosure design with access both behind the rear seats and an easy to open lid when the tailgate is open, offering full access to everything underneath. Now the large lid will lock with the tailgate, and the smaller access door in the back, as you can see here, comes with a cylinder and a key, again giving you some peace of mind that everything's going to stay secure when you are away from the Jeep. Now the storage cover won't just allow things to be stored inside of it, but also on top of it with a 150-pound load capacity for those bulkier items that either don't fit or you don't want in the enclosure itself. Now that top cargo will also have the ability to be tied down as well with footman loop style tie downs on either side. Now this will be made of a 1/8 inch thick steel, offering a robust build, and will have a nice textured black powder coat finish on top to resist any weathering or corrosion on the steel underneath, but it's going to be especially helpful when the top is off the Jeep, and it's also going to match with any other textured black accessories that you already have on the JL. Now as you can see on the table here, this is also going to come with some gas charged struts to help easily access that cargo area so you don't have to hold or fight with the lid when the cover is actually open. This will also have all stainless steel hardware for the best longevity, and this will be compatible with or without the factory subwoofer and the factory cargo mat. When it comes to price, this will come in at roughly $750, which is pretty average for a storage system like this. Now comparing this to others in the category, this will have the one up when it comes to full side-by-side coverage. It's also going to have that gas strut there to help assist in opening the lid, and it is going to have dual access, which you don't see very often. Now others may not include those extra bells and whistles, but they are going to save you a little bit on price. So if you're looking for an all-in-one security system or security lid enclosure, it's going to offer a lot of accessibility and be pretty user-friendly when it comes to using the cover, then this is going to be a great pick for your JL. Now install will be a 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, taking you about an hour to get the job done. At this point, we can head over to the shop and check out a detailed breakdown of the install and what it looks like step by step. So that's going to wrap it up for me. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Tools used for this install: a dead blow hammer, a pair of cutting pliers, a 3mm Allen wrench, a 4 and 6mm Allen head socket, a T50 Torx, a 10mm open end wrench, a 13mm ratcheting wrench, and an electric ratchet. Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to install our storage cover here on our 2018 Wrangler. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do now that we have our top off is we're going to install our 2 covers here on the side, one on this side, one on that side. Then we have a back panel to put in and a top piece to put in. But first we're going to start by putting our driver's side panel on this side, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So now we're going to take our driver's side piece here that goes in the back. We're going to slide this in place, just like this, and get it to sit down. And we're going to line these bolt holes up right here. And we're going to take our bolts that we took off to remove our top. We're going to start these. So I'm just going to run these in. We're not going to tighten them yet because we're going to leave them just a little bit loose so we can fit all the other pieces. Again, I'm just leaving them loose so this can move around a little bit. And now you're going to want to repeat this install procedure on the opposite side. So now we're going to install these little pads underneath this plate right here. I just removed the sided tape. I'm going to stick it in place here. And push down on it like that. And now you're going to want to just repeat that same procedure on the opposite side. So next what we're going to do is install our back piece here. It's going to get and slide down into right against this ridge here and the ridge on the other side. So what I'm going to do is just lift this up. You're just going to want to get it so that both sides. I'm actually going to sit up in here. It'll be easier for me to put it in. And you're gonna wanna make sure it kind of sits flat down on the bottom here against this, and that our holes are lined up on this. Now we have 8mm bolts that will start inside here, and we'll get these tightened up. So now we're gonna take our 8mm bolts. There's 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take the 8mm that I supplied in the kit with a flat washer, and stick that through here. Take another flat washer, a lock washer and nut. We're gonna get this started. Same with this one. That started in there. And the last one here. Then what I'm going to do is just snug these up. Now I'm going to take my 13mm, hold the back of this, and I'm going to take my electric ratchet here with a 6mm on it and tighten these up. And now you're going to want to just repeat that same procedure on the opposite side. So now we're going to install our little handles here on our side. We're going to take these 3mm bolts that they give us in the kit. We'll get them in place. And we'll stick these nuts that we have. They're actually serrated nuts so that they hold themselves when you go to tighten them up. So I'm going to run this on, get these tight. I'm going to take this 3mm Allen wrench, tighten them up. Same on this one. And now we have one back here. I'm going to take the 3mm bolts, put them in place. Same thing again with the nuts. Reach right under here and put them on. Take my Allen wrench again, tighten them up. Now you're going to just want to repeat that same procedure on the opposite side. So now we're going to install this panel in place here. It's going to sit right on top here. We also have a bolt right in here that we're going to have to get to. So we're going to take these 4mm bolts that they give us in the kit with a flat washer and a lock washer and a nut. And we're going to get these started. I'm going to put it all together to make it easier for me to put on. And I got one started, now I can get the others. Stick this in place. Again, same thing. Flat washer, lock washer, and nut. One back here. And then the last one will be underneath here. You don't want to forget about this one. I'm going to take my 4mm and my 10mm wrench. Tighten these up. And then we'll get back here underneath here. You're going to want to tighten this one up. Now you're going to want to repeat that same procedure on the opposite side. So now we're going to put our bracket on. I'm going to hold our bracket in place. We're going to take the 3mm that we use with our handles. We're going to get them started. Just drop them down through. Put the nuts on the other side. And take my Allen wrench. It's a 3mm. Tighten these up. And now you're just going to want to repeat that same procedure on the opposite side. So now I'm going to put our back piece on here, our lid. I'm just going to lift it up, sit it in place, slide it in place. Next, what we'll do is install our hinges in the back onto the lid. So now we got our lid on, we have our hinge down. I'm going to take our 3mm bolts again, Drop them down in place. Then we'll take our 3 nuts. I'm gonna crawl underneath here, get them started. I got them basically started. I'm gonna reach under here, tighten them up. And one more. Next, you're going to want to repeat that same procedure on the opposite side. So next, we're going to install our shock. I'm just going to take it, get it in place here, get it in place there, put our nuts on the other side of it. Same with this one down up here. Started. Run this one all the way in. I'm going to take my 13mm ratcheting wrench. Same with the bottom one. Now you're going to want to just repeat that same procedure on the opposite side. So now we're going to go around and take our T50 Torx, retighten these up. And now you're going to want to repeat that same procedure on the opposite side. So now we're going to put our rubber on. It's going to go along this whole thing. We're going to have to do some cutting here. So now I'm going to start this piece here on our back piece, get it started. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hold it up there, and I'm going to take a rubber mallet. And start smacking it on. It'll make it easier to just go along here. Sometimes it's a little tough with the powder coating, but once you start smacking it on, you'll see it'll start. We'll work this thing all the way across here. Once we get it back down to this end here, I'm gonna take my cutters. Cut that, just like that. And then next, what we'll do is I'm actually just gonna cut this and get it to size. And push this on. And I'll tap it on with that hammer again once I get it started. And if it opens up too far, kind of like it did there, just smack it down. This piece here. And that'll wrap up this install. That wraps up this review and install of our DV8 off-road rear storage security cover for 18 to 22 Jeep Wrangler JL 4-doors. Thanks for watching, and for all things Wrangler, keep it right here at extremeterrain.com.